partners. Today we got 4 mics in the house. You feel me? 4 mics. And to my right we got Q Munyon.
The Dunn, what's the deal, y'all? We back with another one.
We got A-Lou in the building.
Yes, sir.
We got Double C's. You lame it all.
Hey, look, man, we back. I'm glad to be back. Hey, we finna run it up.
And right in front of we got the one and only Double C's, aka CC. She's in the building today.
Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna be the lame one, but I'm trying to mix it up today, so let's
And
see how it goes.
And I'm your host, the one and only Real ZB. I forgot to introduce myself last week.
What's up, man? They know you. They know the face.
Yeah, you right. That's what I should have told my sister when she called me out. But anyways, how's everybody doing? Munyon, how's your week been? How you doing?
Man, shit. Same shit, different day. You know, we work, we grind. Shit, show up. That's about it, bro. What about the rest of y'all?
Today my Friday. So yeah, it's lit. We finna get the weekend going. But you know, shit, I just be out the way, man. I don't bother nobody.
I feel it.
Chilling for real.
I feel it. CC.
You know, same shit every day. Ain't shit good, ain't shit bad, but you living life, regardless.
Speaking of life, my bad. I forgot. My birthday is Sunday.
Oh
yeah.
shit! Happy birthday!
What you got going for your birthday, gangster?
Shit, I'm gonna go chill with the fam, man, out in South Carolina, bro. Go chill with the family, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like being with your family, man.
You going to the beach?
Hell no, I don't like the beach out there.
Hey, fair enough.
I'm a country boy, man. I like more of the woods and shit. And
I was
all
about
the
to say,
trees.
y'all be doing like the chill rides and shit.
Hell no.
Oh.
Hell no. I was like,
They got
nature and shit,
some
bro. Like, you go
Boy,
out
you
there.
said country.
Yeah, they
Nah,
always
like,
down like
it's
that.
the nature side of shit. You go out there and you get to see, like, you know what I'm saying, all the animals and shit, the deer and shit you don't get to see on a normal basis. No street lights, real country like. So we out kind of chill. A little vibe. Kind of like being up in the mountains in Denver type.
Y'all out there hunting or what, man?
Shit, I don't hunt. My family hunt.
Okay.
I don't really believe in like all that killing animals and shit like that.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
Cool on that.
But you eat meat though?
Huh?
Like you eat, you're a how do I say this?
Carnival.
Yes.
It's weird. Like
Sorry.
I'm battling the weirdest thing right now. Like,
You going vegan?
nah, I don't think I ever really go vegan, bro. It's like it's kind of hard. Like, I hate seeing the food get prepared. I hate thinking about an animal dying and eating it, and then I think about like when you put it into you and shit like that. I fucked up by watching that damn that documentary on Netflix. Fuck, I can't think of the name right now.
They
Yeah.
supersize me one or?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
What the health?
Oh,
What the health? That one.
Oh,
Yeah. Just
yeah.
watching how we eat shit get processed is just nasty and shit. Yeah. I can't even watch like if I'm at home or something like that and I'm cooking or something. I hate cooking chicken because I hate watching it go from like white to like
To like brown.
like it's kind of like nasty in a way, but yeah,
real humanitarian.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
But I'm black and
You might,
I
Peter
like
might
the taste of
sponsor
chicken,
you.
so-
But nah, I've been good though. I'm confused on what just happened, but I'm good. I'm good though. You know, another day in paradise. I've really just been kicking it, relaxing, taking some time to get my energy back up after South by. Had a nice little busy weekend.
How was that? I heard a lot of bands had dropped out.
I heard that too, and I heard Greg was like, "Don't come back." Greg, fuck you. Nah. I wasn't there too much for the shows. Like a couple of my homies from LA Pop had shows, so I wanted to go down there and support them. And so I was really only supposed to be down there Friday and be in San Antonio the rest of the week, and I ended up in Austin fucking 3 days straight, like driving back and forth from San Antonio to Austin.
That fits your MO though. You definitely be road running. If it's anybody that's gonna make that trip.
Yeah.
Hey man, I bought my car for a reason. It was to put miles on that. You feel me?
Hey,
You putting
you a
them
brave
down.
son.
I bought my car for a reason, and it was to put miles on that bitch. It started with 14, and I'm up there.
Yeah.
So rightfully so. But
preach.
but nah, it was cool though. Like it was some funny shit that I seen a chick almost get ran over by a horse. Talk about not being aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, no.
What was the horse doing?
Bro, first of all, you know on 6 the laws patrol on the horses.
Oh, I did forget that.
So like she's standing in the middle of the road, everybody else clearing out. And first of all,
She goofy. I can already tell.
Was she drunk? She had to be out there.
bro, she was like on the phone or something. I don't know if she was sending a text, making a call or something. But regardless, nigga, one, the laws is blowing the whistles.
Get your ass out the way.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Where her friends at?
Left her at. Maybe that's what she was on the phone for.
Oh, you know what?
She was trying to find them. But yeah, so she damn near got trampled. She got started when she was in between the horses, which I don't understand because you can hear a horse coming.
Yeah.
Them ain't no small animal.
Bro,
Bro.
she had been out there folded.
I seen my homie kick a nigga out the front door of a bar.
I saw that.
I saw that too.
I probably should look. I think it looks like a kick, but I think he might have just pushed the shit out of him. But from my distance, cause I was across the street, I was at another bar, and bro, a big dude.
You
Like,
thought he like Spartan kicked this nigga?
Swear to God,
Look like
yes.
a video.
Yes, I swear to you, I thought he finished him,
Yeah.
bro. Fat like a big dude, so you can't miss him. And he in his bright yellow Lakers jersey, can't miss him, bro. Boom! I see bro go fly, and yeah, so I was dying at that, and then the video dropped.
It's crazy.
One dude got arrested in front of me, like I'm in the bar, right? And you know you got the glass window there, so you just looking through, chilling. I don't drink, so I'm just like chilling.
Right.
And bro, I just see a nigga legs fly in the air, like boom, get pushed or something. And then I see security like rush him and like get him, and then the laws ran through. Boom, they got my man face on the glass. Swear to you. Swear to you, bro. My man face on the glass, and I'm looking directly at him.
Like y'all making eye contact.
Yeah, like he side-eyeing me type shit as I'm watching him get arrested.
You sitting there like it's all bad.
Bro, and I really want to laugh. But
You know what I mean?
I'm not finna send a nigga out on that note. Like you one just got arrested. You sitting in the county, and a nigga just laughed at you getting arrested. You know what I mean? Like everything's down there. But then what I found crazy about that whole situation, and this was once again why I don't like cops. One, that was excessive to throw his face up against the glass, despite how funny I may have found it. But two, like when I guess he said something about his slamming his face on there. The cop tapped his cheek twice.
Like set this shit up. Pause.
Like just tapped that hoe, and I'm like, that was a hoe ass move.
No.
Like that, you ain't have to belittle, bro. Like
But see, they be getting away with shit like that.
that shit not cool. Like you already sending bro home. You already sending bro to the county. He got to go sit in that cold ass cell
And you know the judge not coming
till Monday.
And it could be Wednesday at that.
Depending on where your name on the list, bro. Ain't no clock in there, so you just like this, bro.
Hey, that shit is the worst.
So, but like couple funny stories. Then we hit a Spurs game. They played at the Moody Center. That was dope.
You seen Wemby?
That nigga's unreal.
Yeah.
Like to watch him. Like it's one thing to see him on TV and in the highlights, like dunk from outside the restricted zone. But then when you realize,
Bro, that nigga like 7. He's 7 what?
tall,
Yeah.
7 foot, tall. But then you realize all bro did was jump and put his arms out. He didn't move towards the basket, nothing.
Like nothing about that was athletic.
Like he's just unreal, bro. I swear. Like his arms are like Mr. Fantastic's.
Nah, if you ever seen Space Jam, he like one of the rock stars,
Bro, I'm telling you, he the way he moves, like unreal.
Shit's freaky.
Now that they've gotten once they get this season under their belt, they hit training camp and everything, hit the off season. The Spurs gonna be scary. They got some hoopers over there for sure. They're just a young team.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do.
For shit show. But other than that, man, kicked it with the family. Like Munya said, there's nothing like being with the family. That's the, some of my favorite stuff. Just favorite people to be with. Spend my free time with all my nieces, all my nephews. Just really kick it.
Uncle Zay.
Yeah, Uncle Zay,
Yeah.
And that's all y'all gonna get out of me. That's all y'all gonna get out of me, Uncle Zay. But yeah, anyways, y'all know I like to start off with a little question. So,
yeah, okay.
What you got?
Why you say it like that, Joe?
Because your questions be so controversial.
They really don't.
Okay, then let's hear the question.
All right, give me a second. Let the computer roll. But nah, all right. So, what the question is? If you're looking at yourself 10 years ago, 18, 19-year-old us, did you see yourself where you're at now? Living the life you have, doing the things that you've done, accomplishing the things that you've accomplished, not accomplishing the things that you've accomplished. Just where you are in your life right now. Did you see yourself there 10 years ago?
Recapping that 10-year period? No.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
What would y'all change about it?
I
didn't either. None of the shit that happened in them 10 years.
I don't know that I would change anything. Just because, everything that happened, you take it as a learning lesson. You just kind of grow from that, and that helps you as a person at the end of the day. But I don't know, man. I've accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to, that I did aspire to do probably 10 years ago. But like I said, along the way, you're gonna hit bumps in the road. Unforeseen, events that took place that you probably never imagined yourself being in, and it happened to you. And then you just gotta figure out how to move, past that situation. I don't know though, but I'm happy where I'm at though.
Moya?
Shit. Feel like that's the political answer. You know what I'm saying? We all got that one mistake we done made and talked to. You would have talked to them.
It was more than one.
Just a cup.
I could take a couple of them back. I would. Sometimes the couple of $100 I spent on a couple of the motherfuckers, I'd take that back if I could. Nah, but besides all that, man, everything was a learning lesson though. Everything prepped me to where I am now. The only thing I would change is if I could have the knowledge of what I have today to have it back then with. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't have got that knowledge if I wouldn't have gone through what I went through. So.
Okay. No, I feel that because I feel like we wouldn't be who we are today without going through that shit. I do take back quite a few of the niggas that I had in my past, but at the same time, I wouldn't be as happy and realizing how to experience the happiness of life instead of just living every day to just be unhappy and make money. You can make money and be happy. So that's kind of where I come from that, because I would not have imagined myself here whatsoever. Whole different life, to be honest.
I feel it. For me, I think it's kind of, did I see myself living the way I live? Yes. I feel like everything that I want, I've closed my eyes and I visualized at one point in my life that I wanted to do, the things that I wanted to get into, I've done it. Especially the things I seen as a kid that I wanted to get into the music and entertainment industry as a whole. I found my way there, the way I have my apartment set up, shit. I watched How to Be a Player and I was like, oh, my shit wavy too, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is inspired by, the things that I said, the Whitney Houston. The reason why she's in the center like that is because when I seen Belly and he's sitting there like this, he had that big ass painting right over him. So everything I seen and that I wanted or that I just kind of felt is a part of me, that's what I built into where who I am and how I live, how I move about things. So and like anything that I think of now, and I can close my eyes, I do know I can achieve that, and I'm going to. Like if I seen it, if all I put it on my heart is here for a reason, I just have to go out there and get it. You know.
Yeah.
And then what would I change? Oof. Why do I feel like all our changes are like
similar?
Yeah, like in that same ballpark.
That's real life shit.
Yeah.
But nah, cause I sat here and I asked myself that question, like, would I change anything, including relationship wise, and like y'all's political ass answers. Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even take back the women I've been with, despite of whatever may have came with it, from my divorce, from any of that. I wouldn't change it because it taught me a lot. Like y'all said, the lessons you take from it taught me how to move about, really just being dolo again, being alone, and how to like cherish my own company. So like I'm incredibly grateful for the experience of marriage.
Yeah.
Did I see myself 10 years ago getting married? Fuck no. Did I see myself getting married a year before I got married? Fuck no. But it happened, and it was an experience.
So at 18, 19, what was like? What was the big? What was on the big picture? What was the big picture in y'all mind? What was life at 25 looking like? What was life at 28? Was you gonna have 2 cars, a nice crib, a couple bad bitches outside? You know what I'm saying?
So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and jump this off because I did have a conversation about that while I was in the Army. At 25, I was still in the Army. I had just got married. None of that shit was in the cards. You feel me? I was supposed to be out by 25. I was supposed to be getting in school, doing my thing by 25. Away from the military. It was a short-term plan. And I was supposed to be living in a sky rise in Dallas. No cap. I was gonna buy one of them top floors. I had been scouting them hoes. Everything. I was ready. And then I ended up re-enlisting when I was like 24, 23, 24. So that took me well into 25, 26. And so I definitely did not see myself still in the military, still, especially at the rank I was. Let me say that, because I had got all my rank back. I'm a staff sergeant, or getting ready to be a staff sergeant, I think. It was definitely left field to me. I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah. What would y'all say? I'll go last because I feel like mine's a little toxic.
I'm gonna say at 18, life at 25 was gonna be at least like 2 fly whips. I ended up with 1. 2 fly whips. I figured I was gonna have like either it was gonna be me and one person, boss of the waters, what it is, or I was gonna be having my way. It was either that or that. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be that or I was gonna be having my way. So, and then the money, we always think 18, 100,000 is 100 million. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I was thinking about at the time. I was like, shit, I'll give me a crib, give me 100,000, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna move down south, give me a fat little crib, be out the way. That's all I was thinking about. Just be out the way. I kind of, what I'm saying? I did pretty cool for myself.
Like, in a way, like, we still hit the target. It's just not in the way that we assumed we were going to hit the target. We might have hit it a little late, or
I ain't
just...
blessed. That's all I can think.
Facts.
I'm thankful for everything.
Hey,
Look at 18, 19.
Mikey.
Yeah, look at 18, 19. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I had my head so far up my ass. Like, I couldn't see 25, if we being completely honest. Like, at that age, right, like, you living for the day.
That time.
I mean, don't get me wrong, though, right? Like, I always held a job down. I mean, you think, not that what you're doing at 18 is what you can be doing for the rest of your life. But, I don't know, like, nigga, y'all
Whoa, bro.
But I don't know. I mean, like you said, at that age, like you're not thinking that you really finna have to deal with no type of adversity, and you again just finna be having your way. So along, as you progressing through them years and you really start getting to know what life is like that vision, that perception, it changes a little bit. I mean, you don't lose sight of the end goal, but I mean, like I said earlier, I'm happy with where I'm at, just because I know at the end of the day, like I'm gonna go get mine regardless. But
and not even to cut you off, I feel like with me from my situation, right, and me and a lot of people is in my same situation, right, where I feel like where I wasn't able to afford that luxury to be like, not fuck it, but just enjoy the childhood life of things, like just being like, I'm gonna be out here like, I'm gonna live life for the day, you know what I'm saying? I had a kid young, so I didn't get to live that part of life. I didn't get to just be like, fuck it. And I always preach to my son, like, try to stay as young as you can for the longest, because that when you lose that little piece of like, fuck it, man, that shit is the fucking worst thing in the world when you gotta really be like, nah, you can't go out and party, nah, you can't do this, you gotta work, you gotta hold this down. If you don't hold this down, baby, don't eat. You gotta go do it. So it's kind of a weird dynamic. But when you 18 and 19 and you have that baby young, or shit, 16, 17, man, your whole life changed. So shit, when you 18, 19 and you got that luxury to just be like, shit, it's good to have your head up your ass at that age.
Yeah, I was 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't tell me shit.
Yes.
My boy.
Bro, I wouldn't even, I know y'all remember, I know you remember, I wasn't even here, fool, like I was gone, like.
Yeah, nigga. I was gone too.
I wasn't even in Dallas, like
man, that is a fucking beautiful luxury to have. A lot of teenagers and shit, they don't realize it till it's too late, till it's time. Now mama don't want you out their crib, they don't want you there no more. Now it's time to go, now it's time to get your own. Now you're like, god damn.
Nah, nigga, I got back my first college semester, like I'm talking about head all the way up my ass, bro. I said, no, I'm grown. I'll catch y'all later.
Nah, I feel that, cause like my mom told me I could stay home. Like I went to the army right out of school, like literally a month after we graduated, and my mom was like, "Stay home. I'll pay for you to go to community college," and I was just like, "No, I gotta go out there and get it on my own. I gotta." Like to me, I just had to. Like I grew up under my granddad for real, and that's kind of how he preached. That's how he is. He went out there. I think it was 1920 when he enlisted. And shit, I seen how the army worked out for him. I was just trying to do it in less time.
Right.
Mission accomplished. So, like, yeah, head up my ass for sure. Like I wonder how could I have benefited? What would have been different if I didn't go right out of high school? Would I be in this position today? Would I be able to do the things that I'm able to do right now? So it's just, you sit there and you kind of think about it for a second, but then you're like, well, like we said, I am where I am now, and I like this. So, Chelsea?
Me.
You're not getting out of this.
I was
she
going
tried.
to get to the next topic. Like, okay, but man, my whole life was planned out for me at 18. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was dating. Okay, let me just rewind a little bit. What I like now is not what I like then. You start to find yourself, start to enjoy your life. So I had to go to college. Like I was the first one on my Mexican side to even make it to college. So I had to prove that. Then on my black side, I was the first one to get a full ride scholarship to a university through athletics. So like I had to bring like the family, like I don't even know how you say it, like a reward almost, to be like, y'all got me here. And so I was dating this white dude at the time, and he was like, we're gonna get married, like go through college, like keep your grades together, like I'm gonna take care of you, like all this shit. And shit didn't turn out that way. Within a couple months of going to college, a bitch done realized what I really like. and it wasn't white men. And then in that moment, I was like, you know what? This ain't working the way that I thought it was. And I wanted to enjoy that life. You know, being a kid, being a college kid, like an athlete, enjoying that of just happiness, of just, I'm living my life now. And so, like within 6 months, my entire life had changed. Because I know you said like 18, 19-ish. So my entire life had changed. And I was like, fuck, like this whole settled down shit. Like, I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to enjoy all this shit. And then by the time I get to 25, I can tell my kids, like, I lived my best life. Like, I enjoyed that shit. Like, no matter where I was like, I'm gonna have a big house though. I'm gonna have cars. Like, I'm gonna get a great job. Like, all that shit. But in my own time after enjoying it. You know what I mean? But once people, they see outside of their comfort zone, shit gonna change real quick, you know? And, you know, I don't mean to talk bad on that nigga, you know, rest in peace, because he did pass away. But at the same time, it's like, once you start living your life, you start realizing what's for you, you know, and what will come your way once you just start doing what makes you happy, you know? Like y'all were talking about, it may not be the path that we wanted, but it's the path that we were gonna get. So, sorry that was too deep, my bad.
Too deep for the
Yeah.
intro.
Sorry,
Too deep for the
goddamn.
intro.
Sorry.
Yeah, we appreciate it for sure.
What advice would you give yourself at that age, at 18, 19?
Stack your money on it.
Hell yeah.
Stack your coins.
Yeah,
Chase your bag. Fuck relationships, cause bitches and niggas gonna come. No
Yeah,
matter what. I'm sorry that I know that sound bad. But
Yeah, definitely stack my money on it. Cause I had a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Mate.
a lot of fucking fun. So I for sure would wish I probably would have stacked more money on. And like, even though I did finish my associate's degree while I was in it, I could have pushed a little harder and got my bachelor's. And I think that might be my only, like, I got 2 regrets from my military career, and that's that and they're both that I didn't go hard enough in it. You know, like, I think I should have been a little bit more high speed, a little bit more, you know, top dog in it than what I was. But yeah, at the end of the day, it got me everywhere I went, and shit, I seen the world all before I was 25.
Yeah, so you done been overseas.
Yeah.
You know, I done seen Europe. I done seen. So I never like bashed the army because it gave me everything you actually see today. You know, so.
But with your own eyes, not just social media.
Yeah.
You know, like you see more than probably like 2-3 generations before us, because they aren't gonna travel and have that opportunity. So, hell yeah.
So, but I definitely would never let like if I was unfortunately blessed with a child.
It's not a bad thing for
I said unfortunately blessed
Hey man.
with a child.
I think it also depends on, you know, I'm gonna leave that for another time. Sorry.
I definitely wouldn't let him go into the army if he wanted to go into the military. I'd be like, take your ass to the Air Force, my guy. Like, you know, take your ass to the Air Force real quick.
Y'all ready for my political response?
Oh, go ahead.
Let's go.
Hey, we appreciate your service, big dog.
Yes, that is true.
Hey, I'm glad you made it home safe.
100%.
Appreciate you,
for
Ken.
sure.
Appreciate
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I want to get into some of these pop culture topics.
let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. First on the board, we got Dan Schneider and the Quiet on Set. Chelsea, you're our resident expert on that one. So you want to give us some background?
Yeah, so pretty much all it is, it's like, y'all remember the Nickelodeon shows, like All That, I think Just Jordan, iCarly, Zoe 101.
All the shit we grew up on.
Yeah, all the shit we grew up on where it was like actual actors.
90s.
So, yeah, 90s, all of that shit. So Dan Schneider, hopefully I'm saying that shit right. He was like the producer kind of thing. He created so many like sexualizing scenes to like the children to reenact. Like, I mean, you can go on and on. Then there were 3. I can't remember, we talked about this earlier, but there were 3 niggas who were actually labeled and convicted of being sex offenders. So like in Disney, Nickelodeon, what's the other one? Are those the only 2 that we had? There was a Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, but that was all animated.
Yeah, but like those 3 were somehow related, and 3 of those niggas got on all of them. So then they were all convicted, of course. So it made things super uncomfortable. I mean, they go into child actors interviewing some people that work for that nigga, everything. And then there was like some commentary from him where he was like, I didn't know about that. I would never do that. And then there was like an interview, he was apologizing or some shit. He just didn't want to get in trouble. But like it just became so disgusting that people were uncomfortable. Like one kid had like a nose on his costume and it looked like a dick and some balls. Then there was like cum shots, shit with pickles and potatoes, sucking the pickles, water being thrown on like females. Like, yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
I was watching that shit last night. That shit was to say the fucking least. I couldn't believe all this shit was going on and couldn't nobody.
Yeah.
And then you looking at all the people like that was, cause they interviewed basically the people that was in the studio too, which is crazy. I don't understand why these people just try and go on an interview and show your face, cause everybody just gonna, you're next. Like he's gonna get booked, and then you're the very next to go. So like, what is the?
All of y'all are getting booked.
Yeah,
You're like literally saying like you seen him writing this, and you're like, is it okay to write this? But basically, I'm talking to my coworker. We talking about this whole thing. He was making these kids like from the Drake and Josh, the fucking Sam from High Carter, like Ariana Grande, like while they was kids, he was making them do some crazy shit, bro. Like some wild crazy shit, bro. Especially for a grown man. And it was it's like the Brian Peck guy from the writer. I know when you watch Drake and Josh, I remember seeing the last name Peck. I always remember seeing
He's always like the last one you seen too.
So he basically he sexually assaulted Drake, and Drake's family, like his dad, his mom, or nobody knew. They didn't find out until his girlfriend. This is when Drake is like 15, 16. His girlfriend's mom had he was at his girlfriend's house, and the producer kept blowing up his phone, like kept blowing it up, kept calling. He was calling his phone, then he called the house phone where the girl lived at. So now the mom like, you know what's going on. So then Drake ignored the call. So then he finally pulled her into the room, or no, he answered the call, and then he's like, hey, trying to play it off, but he could see people like looking at him like while he's on the phone type shit, because he finally answered his phone that's been ringing for the past 30-some minutes.
Right.
So now he trying to play it off, but then after he hang up the phone, tell him that he talking to the dude, like the dude saying some weird shit, like I thought we were supposed to go out tonight type shit, and then Drake trying to like cancel on him type shit because he feeling like he trying to avoid him, like he said he got comfortable. So then now the mom peep it, Drake's girlfriend's mom peeps it. She tell Drake to come into the kitchen, talk to him and shit like that. She's like, why this 40-year-old man calling you like that? Like, what the hell? So then she got to the bottom of it. So that means his parents had to know. The people in the studio had to know.
Well, remember in that episode, the dad tried. He like tried to tell him like I knew some shit was going on. He caressing people, he like touching on them, and then they like kicked him out of the set because they manipulated him and were like, Drake don't want you here no more.
Ain't no fucking way. And the one lady on there that has some sense, bro. That's why I love my people.
I know.
Bro,
They
one
speak
lady,
up.
bro,
Man.
they gonna speak up. The one black lady who had her son in there, basically, you know, the son had wore a costume. Basically, it was like a naked uniform, basically for like a little kid. So it matched his skin tone. Basically, it's the little boy from Hardball, not G Baby, but G Baby big brother, the little boy from Hardball. So he did the scene or whatever. If you go back and see, they had like a little fucking nose that looked like a dick. The head looked like a ball. I think they called it like fetus or something.
Yeah.
Like he was looking like a real, like a fetus that came out and shit like that. So the mom,
going for it.
yeah, no, mom seen that shit. She was like, man, what the fuck you got going on? They yanked her baby up out of that motherfucker. She wasn't playing.
Yeah, she should have.
And everybody else pimping their kids out for that shit, bro. That's why I ain't got no sympathy for the motherfuckers, bro. Cause I'm just like, even with the R. Kelly shit, I think all the motherfuckers, bro, like, the predators, okay, they got some sick ass problem to deal with them. But the underlying problem is the motherfucking parents, bro. Them kids ain't got no damn choice, bro. They can't think for themselves, bro. Of course, when you see your fucking a superstar, you're like, oh, I want to see him. I just want to see what his house looks like. You know what I'm saying? You're a kid. But your parents is the ones that's pushing you over there. You see what I'm saying? Your parents is the ones that's letting you go over there, bro. Ain't no way, shape, form, I didn't know, this is, no. If you're a parent and an adult is with your child, rich, poor, I don't give a fuck who, you're not being in a fucking room alone with my child and I barely know you.
Yeah.
If you got my fucking cousin, my sister, my mom, like, hell nah, like what? Ain't no way. So, in my eyes, the parents knew what the hell they was doing, in my eyes, and they should be booked, and the people at the studio should be booked. And the dude who had the nerve to go on an interview and try to and boldly said he did these things before even being convicted. I think one of them got like 16 months or some shit like that for molesting Drake.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
And then went on probation and that's it.
And then he went on to create.
Y'all see how
iCarly.
Not iCarly, but Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I
Yes.
want y'all to see how this just got swept under the rug. Nobody's seen this, but we all laughed at R. Kelly.
Yes.
When he went to go do the Gayle King thing, we all looked at him like, this motherfucker stupid as hell, and we laughed at him.
Well,
There's so many people that probably ain't even see this white man, bro. All the shit that we watch as kids, bro, they probably ain't even see this dude, bro. That's crazy as hell. They do the same shit we do, but he gets 16 months. R. Kelly just got 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
They both need to get 30.
yeah.
The fuck? That shit is crazy.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I didn't even know that, like, it came out. I don't watch too much TV. So I'll have to like catch up.
It just caught wind because I kept seeing like, who the fuck is this fucking? And you remember the face because you remember like all that and shit like that. You remember like, oh, this motherfucker was in a couple of them shows. Then when you look and they was talking about they said the SpongeBob, the Dirty Dan and shit like that. That shit was hilarious. Like hell nah.
It's funny
Not they throw subliminal cartoons. What the hell? Imagine you got a writer's beef. Like, write you into this show. Nigga.
Watch this. You were now a joke.
Hey, that light bulb just went off when he said I'm the real Dirty Dan.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro.
okay, yeah, no, Dan Schneider.
But do you feel like
Damn.
our parents were the problem?
Absolutely.
Because it's all of us in that generation. But didn't our parents grow up in what is it? The time frame?
The 80s.
The 80s? No, like when they were kids.
My mom was.
It would have been the 90s.
Yeah,
It would have
my
been
mom.
when they were kids. They had us in the 90s.
Yeah, like my mom was 19.
My mom was 18.
Oh, my mom was.
Are you saying this? Are you saying it's their fault for letting us watch it?
Yes, and I'm saying, do you think it's because the time frame that they grew up? Wasn't it like cocaine time when they grew up?
Yeah.
What is that movie with the?
Jackson.
Yes, didn't they grow up during that time? So like, I feel as if our parents were just wanting to get out the hood or change or whatever the outcome was. So they're the ones who let that shit go. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta understand they came up in the throat ass time, same way like we living
like,
this shit now.
It's just fucked up. It's like what we talked about. You weren't here for what we talked about in music, but you know when you look at what we're actually listening to, and like, you know, like my little cousin is probably walking around singing "Sexy Red." You feel me? She's in middle school.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's what's
don't you
being
feel like
played.
that's our fault? Like, shouldn't we make that change then?
So yeah, you should definitely choose what you play around your kids.
Yeah.
And but at the end of the day, when you got TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah, I was just about to say you can't.
Yeah, like I feel like our generation is like it kind of with no saving us, bro. Like you got to think shit. Victorious iCarly was a show about a girl who doing exactly what we doing now, and that was a show 10, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
So how can you save that?
That's
You
true.
can't save that. That's a whole new
That's
generation, that's something you know completely nothing about. The same way when your parents was kids, they was fucking shit like that. They don't know nothing about. Now we selling crack and toting pistols. Why you coming in the house with your pants up? We never did. That's always new shit every 10 years, every new decade. That's just gonna be new as hell that people just not gonna know. But shit. He captured. It's Disney. It's Nickelodeon. They captured the minds. They captured the hearts of the parents. If I leave my kid right here all day and just put on some Nickelodeon, he gonna stop crying and he gonna love it.
Disney,
Not
Disney,
knowing that you feed them pure poison. You're not knowing. And not that it all was bad, you know what I'm saying? There was some good shows. We got educated off of it. But the craziest thing on that shit, it said that the kids that mostly watch Disney had lower grade averages, and the kids that watch more of like Cartoon Network and shit like that had higher grade point averages. Because Cartoon Network was more educated than Disney. Disney was just like Fear Factor, Slime, or Nickelodeon, not Disney.
Like comedy and shit.
Yeah, like comedy, Slime, Blues, and shit like that. Like the kids that watch that was a little bit more slower than the kids that watch Cartoon Network. You watching the Jetsons, the Flintstones, you learn about history, future, you see what I'm saying?
I can see that.
That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. You wouldn't know all about this shit, bro, until you actually pay fucking attention. What we may not know. Or what is it? What we know now, what we see. It's crazy.
So, not to just change the subject, but as we were just talking about music and we talked last week about, what we're listening to, what do y'all think music's role in culture is? Like, what do you believe it to be? Like, us as hip hop fans, right? What do you believe hip hop means to the culture, and what should it do for the culture, I guess? What's its impact on the culture?
Hip hop?
Or music in general, really music in general.
I can go for hip hop.
And that's why I say us as hip hop fans.
I mean, how far are we spinning back though? Like,
Just in general, so, because
now,
you can go back, right, and the music that you listened to back then as a kid, low-key shaped who you are today. I remember being a kid and listening to Pac, like knowing Shorty want to be a thug, word for word, and then you get fast forward, it's like, no, I'm not a thug, but I still talk, I say things similar, like, what up thug, like, as if Tupac was here, so that's just kind of a, I guess, quick insight, something to help.
I mean, I think it for sure shapes society. I mean, look at the teenagers walking around. They acting like, I don't listen to a lot of the rap from like NBA Youngboy and all that, but
True.
yeah, like all of my siblings who they're in high school, like that's all they listen to. Trying to dress the same, look the same, like just like us. Like we listen to that type of music, and now we kind of resemble it. So I feel like it really does shape everything, especially the way white people be trying to. Sorry, that's a whole other topic, but I think it shapes everything in general.
I feel like I made that point last week when we was talking about same topic, and it's just like, bro, you grew up in a gated community.
Yeah.
I think Michael Irvinson had this same thing going on. Yeah, like, no, that's wild. You grew up in a whole gated community, bro. Like, you ain't never want for nothing, you ain't need for nothing. Like, bro, you out here talking about you spending and you got opposition and stuff. Like, come on now, bro. Like, that's goofy. You at that point, like, you are portraying what it is that you're listening to, and you don't know no different, unfortunately. But I feel like that's kind of where somebody got to step in, right? I mean, because they are pushing a lot of positivity, right? That might not necessarily be what it is that people want to listen to every day, but I mean, there are positive messages that are out there.
Yeah.
You gotta choose what you listen to.
And unfortunately, they gonna listen to
like what's popular.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to, like, I think a lot of the things that would help, in the hip hop community, or just like really open a lot of people's eyes, or just like, make you think, is more indie, more underground, like when you get the big critics, when you get the currencies, when you get the Larry Jones, when you get, you know.
And they talk about manifesting and
Getting
pushing
money,
positivity
starting
and stuff like
businesses, you know. Like, you have to dig to find those kind of artists because, truth be told, the labels aren't going to push those.
No, not at all.
Like, it just is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, those guys, they have a core fan base. The Wiz Khalifa, like, these guys can drop anything. And, like, their core fan base is going to stand by that. But they also rap what represents their real life. You know, so I get it. Art imitates life, music imitates life. Cool. You're only rapping what you know, what you grew up, what you see.
But see, I'm guilty of that, right? Because like I mean, and I listen to NBA. You know, I listen to all the, if you want to call it bullshit. Like I listen to all of that. I also have an appreciation for like the Nipseys and, you know, again, the niggas that are pushing, like building businesses, building brands, like putting yourself out there, like, so I can see it from both sides. And can you really fault kids for gravitating towards, again, what's popular?
Yeah,
what's
gonna
trendy?
turn them up,
Like,
what gets the people going?
Yeah, no, for real, like, you're not finna go to no party and they playing some, I don't even know.
Larry Jones.
Yeah, I was gonna say Larry Jones.
Shit,
J.
like, you
Cole,
come to my
like,
party,
like-
we playing all of that.
Yeah, but look at the type of people.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, we like that underground. We like that indie. We like, you know, upbeat party
The
music.
vibe,
You know, like, I like to kick back and listen to Kamaya. I like to sit back and listen to Larry June. I like to sit back and listen to Jay Worthy. I like, you know.
Yeah.
But that's also part of my, like, who I am as a person. Like, I am that laid back. I do want to have a good time. You know, I do enjoy the function. You know, I do want to car a yard full of cars.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
No, for real.
So, I still, like, it just ultimately depends on, like, what you're introduced to. You know, and
That's valid.
and then what the rest of your life kind of shapes out. What you know. We grew up in the 24s dropped. You feel me?
Hey, and then what I gonna do? When you got the phone, yeah.
You feel me? Like,
What you had? You said you had a Flacco. What you had?
Howdy.
Yeah.
Big boy, man.
You had a truck?
Same.
Okay.
Car.
Okay.
I don't do trucks and SUVs and all that.
I
Damn.
can't do no cars no more. I can't sit
do
that
no
low,
cars.
bro.
Yeah.
I gotta do a car.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a punk when I drive in the car now.
For real?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm just saying I'd be like, damn, I'm so low, I
It's a
can't
shot,
even play.
shot.
Bro,
I can't do a truck, bro. I just be like,
We was going to the gym one day, bro, and I got in that car and I said,
Yeah,
it's so low.
You said all of
Yeah.
that.
I said, damn. But
only kind of truck I'll drive like that, like a top. I wouldn't even drive it. I have a driver, Tahoe or some shit like that.
You said you got a driver?
I would have a driver.
Oh, okay.
And
I
a
couldn't
Tahoe.
drive no big ass truck
Okay,
like that.
okay.
I'd say, who's this guy?
So it was, I wish I was who I thought. I wish whoever you was thinking about. I wish I was him.
oh man, that's funny.
Man, but you asked a pretty good question. You said, let me make sure I'm getting it right. You said, where do I feel like we are as in a state of hip hop? That's a tough one. I feel like, right, hip hop is a part of history. It's gonna be a part of history, right? We don't know really for how long, but it's had what, a 30, 40 year run. It's been alive for like 30, 40 years, right? So it's a part.
50th. Yeah, we
No,
just had
are
the
you
50th.
sure?
Yeah, it was just the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Damn, we old.
Nigga, open
Yeah,
that. It's
old
over
as
there.
hell.
Go to the Bronx. Open it. It's in there.
Yeah. So if it's a part of our history, right? It's when you think about our history and how many people have their hands and their nose in our history of what's going on. Think about the MLK museums. Think about the slave museums. All these things, that's our history that we're able to talk about, right? When you talk about this little thing of ours called hip hop that was born in the Bronx, that belongs to these people, you know what I'm saying? culture who was just talking about what's going on in their communities. You know what I'm saying? And you have that same thing nowadays, just in different form or different fashion. So a lot of people think the music is getting worse because the communities are getting worse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these things these kids is rapping about, spinning the blocks and what they doing nowadays, these niggas was doing it back in the day too. They just wasn't doing it as much as these kids doing it. These kids right now shoot your face off for nothing. It ain't about no money no more.
Just crash out.
Anytime that they feel disrespected.
Yeah.
So are rappers historians?
Nah, just as like how you said with Tupac, you a fan of Tupac, right? What he was saying wasn't a lie; it was the exact truth. This is what you will get.
So
This is what you will get.
So once again, because when you look back on everything, when you look at some of the things that were rapped about, once again in their community, in their world, like music in general, when you look at even like the older songs, like What's Going On, Down by the River, all that stuff, right? They're really historians.
And then with that too, like you gotta think, bro. Hip hop, when I say it's a part of our history, it's just as much of a part of our history as slavery, Jim Crow. This is and has been for the past 50 years a way the youth is able to talk their problems out into the world and let it be known because we have no other platforms. Unfortunately, we're just known as entertainers. This is what we do from basketball, football, the sports. This is unfortunately what reaches the masses to our youth. Besides a doctor, besides a lawyer, this is what's gonna reach the masses to our youth. So when you have these rappers that's talking about certain things that's going on in their community and things like that and trying to push the note forward, whether it's be Larry June preaching independence or the ones you have in Texas, the Sauce Walkers preaching independence, or you got a Hov and Dame in the 90s, or you have all these different big houses, or you have the Cash Moneys, you have all these different people of different times and different eras of music. Ooh, it's Black history. We should be proud of this. These people have set up these ways for us, you know what I'm saying? And where I feel like where we are in today's part of hip hop is we not even privy to how our culture was so big and how this part of history is so big. We done let them take it again with the Vlads, with the Adam 22s, with the Def Jams, with the labels. We done let them all infiltrate and get into our business again and take over and monetize and sell our trauma back to us all over and over again. Not saying that these people are bad people, not saying that Adam 22 or Vlad is a bad person. It's just, you're not us. So you're gonna be able to write that history however you want to.
Right.
Vlad has a literal, you can go on YouTube, type in VladTV.com, and he has an archives of famous Black actors to comedians, rappers, whatever you can name, all a part of our history and telling their life story on his channel, and he makes money from it every day. He's able to feed his family, Adam 22, and everybody's able to feed their family from it. But then you see somebody like Flavor Flav or somebody like that who maybe not as big as rich as one of those guys right there, but they hip hop is storing royalty. So it's a crazy world where we are in hip hop today, but I feel like we maybe have let it slip through our hand.
So
As far as the history goes.
well, alright, with that being said, what I've noticed is more rappers, more entertainers are coming into the podcast business, more athletes.
Yeah.
You're getting like Jeff Teague and the Club 520 podcast. You're getting what
They're just not letting like the ESPNs and the big things just kind of take
Right.
over and take their narrative and anything no more. So instead of saying this and such about LeBron, you have these players that can come in and kind of give their opinion, and they're taking over. They're taking over. So they doing the opposite of what's being done to us. The players are actually coming in and leading and taking it over on that space, which is pretty good. If we notice what's going on, shit, we dominating as far as the league goes. Shit, we killing as far as the culture in the league. And then when you go to the media part, Shit, you tell me what would you rather watch? Would you rather watch Shannon by himself on his little podcast with Cat Williams? Or would you rather watch goddamn Skip? Tell me what you would rather watch.
Club Shay Shay.
You rather watch Club Shay Shay? Or like, you see what I'm saying? So it's good that we kind of getting into these spaces and doing, you know what I'm saying, and uplifting the culture. I just look kind of like where everything is going as far as our people nowadays. But it can be better, and it is a lot of stuff that we need to get better. And it's a lot of shit that's fucked all the way up that we may not be able to repair, like all the killings. It's insane.
So, do you think there could ever be like an actual peace treaty between ops? I don't. I'm gonna be honest. It's damn near impossible because that person got people that love them, and you know, it's.
Some people can, shit. Some people can do it after that. You know what I mean? Shit, but
Yeah,
some people ain't built like that.
Yeah, and it depends on their maturity too. Like, where is their mental? Because if this young generation is getting mad as stupid shit and killing people, like, when is there even going to be a conversation?
Yeah,
Never. So they got it set up nowadays. Just kind of what they want us to do. They plan work, unfortunately, or it's working. You know what I mean? So how are you supposed to beat something that's been put ahead of you for 100 some years, and it's been trying to get the code broken? And we don't keep trying, but that's all we can do. Pac said, we're gonna keep trying to pick that lock. He said, unfortunately, so we're gonna act nicely at first. That was Martin Luther Kings and all them, and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Now we at the stage of hip hop, and now we like we knocking at the motherfucking door. And then after that, we might just get a rage of motherfuckers that's just like, give me your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Man.
damn near there. We really there, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit.
Whoa.
So shit, like, you never know. But Pac told you everything that was gonna happen. He sat there and told you.
I mean,
He said a rose will rise from the concrete. That's when you got Nipsey. And unfortunately, you did have the Jay-Z's and the Dames who was already preaching independence and things at that time. It's just not a lot of people heard it to the masses. It took for Nipsey Hussle. So then now you got other people that kind of sparked the mindset of let's go independent. And then that kind of sparks the mindset of other things. That sparks the mindset of young entrepreneurs. Why do you think entrepreneurship is so big in the black community nowadays?
it's huge.
So,
And I think it's amazing too.
Yeah, look, shit.
That's
Why would I
a start,
want
bro.
to clock in and make somebody else some money?
Yeah.
You know, I go get my own.
And that's how we think.
So, but what I've started to learn about some people is like they're not built for entrepreneurship. They're not built to go in and run their own business and whatnot.
Well, speaking from that point, none of us really are. Shit, we are descendants of slaves. We come from working people.
Yeah.
We was told to get out in the field and go work. We weren't told to get out in the field and go make your own money. We was told to go make money for him, so we working people. So we gotta learn how to, so we gotta learn how to change that as a people. And this is kind of, for the first time probably in not in history, I won't say that because you've had plenty of black towns and things
Like
before us. They
Wall
kind of
Street,
rebuild, so, but this is kind of in a good time. As far as safety, security, certain things can happen to you, you know what I mean? As far as how the world is working, you know what I mean? There's still wrongdoings in the world nowadays, but shit, 10 years ago, cop kill a black man, shit, probably go unnoticed. Cop kill a black man, now it's motherfucking riots, it's hell's being caused, you see what I'm saying? So shit
You going down.
Yeah.
Buddy, you going down one way or another.
Shit changing.
Yeah.
It just changing slowly, bro. Years ago, shit, 20, 30 years ago, it's pictures of motherfucking our ancestors. Now people's getting hoes and chased by dogs.
Man.
Try that shit now. They did just hit us with some tear gas though.
Not a big.
Yeah.
You know? We're gonna keep trying though. We're gonna keep trying to keep that door open. But we ain't going to the White House though.
Nah.
No.
Them motherfuckers
You
gonna
got
the White House
your-
though.
you got
Fuck
your-
this shit. They putting all of us in what's it called? Superman? What's Superman called? They putting us all in Florence.
It was tripping when they did that. I said, whoa.
Crazy.
So with our community, you know, like you said, we're growing, we're changing, we're going into entrepreneurship. Another thing I realized is mental health. Mental health has become a real big thing within the Black, the Hispanic communities. And I think I'm like 50-50 on therapy. But I think that's because I have enough self-awareness to, you know, point things out, you know, talk myself through it, or, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I've seen a therapist for, I don't know, a couple years now, like on and off since at least 24, 23, 24. And I will say there's nothing like getting that shit off your chest to somebody who has no clue who these people are, no clue, you know, any type of connection, no backlash. You just go in there and you just get it off. And like sometimes, like yes, it's dialogue, you know, and I do like that because I think there's a lot of things that I would have never spoke about without speaking to a therapist. Like just it helped me be comfortable with what I wanted to say and what if I needed to say something, you know, whether it be to my pops, whether it be to my moms, you know, whatever, or you know, even just really, cause me growing up, like I didn't really acknowledge like my emotions and feelings. I bottled them up, pushed it down, you know, across the board. So it definitely like helped me like get in touch with that and like acknowledge like when I'm feeling a type of way instead of being so, oh fuck it, it is what it is, tight and lid. You know. But how do you guys feel about where our community is heading with the mental health and being able to address these issues and having somebody to talk to?
I'm with you, man. You said you was 50-50, right?
Yeah.
And
Only because I feel like sometimes I feel like, well, what did I just pay you for? Like, you just sat here and looked at me.
But I mean, you made a good point when you said like sometimes you don't even have that out, right? Like who you want to go talk to is how a lot of people feel, right? I myself, and I don't feel good about it. I don't like make nobody feel bad about the fact that they go to therapy, but I feel that me personally am like in a well enough space to where I don't feel as though I need to go talk to somebody. And then when I try to ask people what their reason is for wanting to go to therapy and they explain it, it's like, okay, I can see that. You know, I definitely can see where, you know, that could be beneficial in your case, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, my whole thing, and I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, right? Because I probably could go to therapy and talk about stuff, you know, that didn't happen years and years ago, but I could never wrap my head around the concept of going to go talk to somebody who I don't know, who really probably don't give a fuck after this session is over with. But that's just my fucked up way of thinking, right? Like, there are genuinely good people out there, great therapists, right? That they do care at the end of the day. But like for me, it's just something about it, right? That I probably would never, again, go just let it all out in front of a stranger. But I mean, that's what some people need, right? Like that's gonna help them get through whatever it is, you know.
Some people like, I mean, I had that listening ear.
Yeah.
Like what you're saying, yeah, for sure. I kind of agree with bro in a way. Like I'm like 70% with him. I'm like 70% with him for real. Like as far as pertaining to your specific life, right? I feel like maybe talking to somebody maybe would help. You see what I'm saying? If you talk about your specific life, if you're like childhood traumas that maybe could have hurt you, see what I'm saying? Maybe you can't talk to your father or your mom or your brother or your sister about certain things, you know what I'm saying? So maybe it's just good to just kind of get that out. But then there's a big flip to that coin. And I don't mean to get racial or anything like that. I'm not on that type of tip at all. But if my therapist, and I know that there are a lot of black therapists and things like this, but a majority of the therapists, there's not a lot of black therapists for each and every last one of us to go talk to for each other. So who do we talk to when it's not just a daily life problem? When it's not just my mom's getting on my nerves, my wife's getting on my nerves. Who do you talk to when it's time to talk to your therapist? When somebody like George Floyd died and you look at your TV and that looks like they just killed You see what I'm saying? And it's something deep. You'll go to your therapist and talk to her about that and you think she gonna feel you?
That therapists that don't look like you.
Yeah, you think she gonna feel you? You think she gonna be able to relate to you on that?
No.
Nah.
How they gonna be able to help you with that?
Yeah.
I think so. When I first started looking back into therapy, I looked for somebody that looked like me, because I did want somebody that understood like just the background, just understood what it's like to come up growing up. Black anyways. Like there's just like that common ground. When I didn't get the one I wanted, the next I went for was she was an older lesbian lady. But the reason why I chose her is because she understood what it was like to be, kind of, hey, you can't be this way. Hey, you can't do that. So yeah, like I said, still 50-50, because I think I got that self-awareness. Like, okay, I could have talked myself through this, like whatever, but at the same time, I can acknowledge that it's helped me pinpoint these different feelings I feel when I come across them, whether it be like anger, happiness, sad. Like, I didn't understood what made me happy. Like, I really didn't. Like, shit, I was a kid, whatever. Like, my mom's was, we was going through it, whatever we was going through. Life was good, life was down, like ups and downs. So I think there it was kind of just like, okay, now I can pinpoint like, oh, this is how that event really made me feel. Oh, this is how that relationship made me feel. And despite me just saying like, shit, it's just life. Them is the cards, like, I take it as it comes. So, you play the cards you dealt, woo-de-woo, that's kind of just how I moved through, up until it's like, well, all right, I feel this way, well, why do I feel this way? And now I can kind of break down. Now it gave me more self-awareness. Let me say that. I think I have more self-awareness now that I went to therapy and that I go and that I speak to them. And sometimes it's just easy to get like cool little feedback.
Right.
Like, that person don't have no dog in this fight, So they just gonna tell me whether I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, they gonna let me know. What I'm gonna do? Get mad and say I'm not coming back?
You spent your money.
You feel me? What I'm gonna do?
And they made their money. So
yeah. Chelsea?
Yeah, no, I'm a 90% believer, but only because I dated black men of all different circumstances. I've dated one white guy and a couple Hispanics, but for me, I could see how, and of course it's in my opinion because I don't know every black man out there, but every black man has so much stress on their shoulder to be seen as a man that's accomplished what his mother or father wants for them. And I love that for every black man, because every black man is amazing and can achieve everything, but they need somebody to talk to. And especially me being a black woman as well, or a mixed woman, I needed somebody to talk to who, like you said, didn't know the shit that, like the other people, that just gave me their own opinion of like, hey, from the outside looking in, both parties were fucked up. Like that's kind of what you need from somebody who you're not just, you got that listening ear, because that's where my other 10% comes in, where you need a friend that you can talk to and just vent or whatever, and you can say, hey, I either need your opinion or I just need you to listen. You know what I'm saying? Because there are different things we need in life, but that also comes in where I've had a white man therapist, a white woman therapist. I've gone to therapy since 2016 because, 2015 when my grandma had passed. I went through some like bad depression, all that, having not a burden, but having this big like package of carrying this family legacy and all these things, and I spiraled and I did some fucked up shit. I put myself in some fucked up situations. So for me, it's like everybody goes what they go through. If it's big, little, small, whatever the fuck it is, like, you need to go to somebody who looks like you or who knows what you've gone through, somebody who understands your race. Like, let's be real, there ain't that many Black and Mexican therapists. I ain't seen one in my entire life. You know, so ain't nobody gonna be like you exactly, but somebody who understands what you've gone through. Like, for me, I can't go to a white privileged person, and I've been to an Indian woman, can't go to them, they don't understand, you know, versus I've gone to a Black man and a Black woman, and I felt like I was talking to like uncle or aunt, and like, hey, I just want to vent to you, because let's be real, your aunt and uncle, they like your parent that you ain't never had, you talk to them about everything, you know, so that's how it felt, and I was finally able to like really find of like, who the fuck do I want to be? You know, like, not what everybody else wants or who I gotta be. And that's one thing is, I just believe that everybody should go through it. And I don't know, like, I'm just gonna touch on my like ex. He had some real big demons, you know, but he went to therapy and he realized like, hey, I'm gonna need more time to go through this because I'm still healing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm learning how to stop projecting that shit onto you as I become a better man. And that's the only reason why we continue to talk for as long as we did, because it's like, some people don't know they need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, men and women, they don't know. But once they talk to somebody who's like, look, baby, I was there 40 years ago. I'm going to give you the advice of this and that. Like, it changes how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my opinion. So, I feel like at least go once a year. Talk about, you know, shit.
Have an end of year recap going for their ass.
2023, nigga, just everything that happened, like, it's worth it. And you can go like twice a year or some shit, just to be like, hey, I lost this person, you know, I gained this person, I got this job, I lost this job, like, whatever else is going on, like, just to really realize, like, how far you've come, because we don't be seeing that shit. Like, we don't realize, like, I know we talked about the 10-year thing, but, like, when's the last time we really sat down and thought, like, last year, the year before, where was I then and how much have I done? You know what I mean? So
I recently started doing that.
Yeah.
I do.
Like,
I feel like I do.
I sit back and I think of the mental space I was in last Ramadan, and the mental space I'm in today, tenfold way better.
Yeah.
The year before that, I feel like this is the first good year I've had in a long time. But yeah, back to the main point. Like, I think it's necessary to sometimes take a specific point. Mine is, of course, during Ramadan.
Yeah.
To say, like, all right, where was I this time last year?
And think about it, if you hadn't gone to therapy to realize those are the things that you need to be looking for, not just the negative shit, you know, not just the hard shit, but like, what is the good shit that I've done?
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, sometimes you need them affirmations.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you need somebody to be like, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
You know?
Because, like, think about, did our parents tell us that on a regular basis? Most parents who are going through...
I was a fuck up.
Oh, I
was
think you said it was
none of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think my mama told me she loved me 3 times. It's when I graduated high school, graduated college, and got my first big girl job. You know, that's it. And that's the only 3 times she hugged me in my entire life. You know, like, those things we need to talk about. And I hate that in this society, based off of social media, kind of spinning off that too, men and women are seen like, if you go to therapy, it's weak. Or that you soft or some shit. But it's like, we not soft, we hard as hell. We gonna let you know what the fuck not to do, but at the same time, it's like, we've seen how that's just not gonna make me fight you now. It's gonna make me walk it off and be like, something fucked up in your head. It ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Therapy helped me establish boundaries.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something about just being able to be, I guess, vulnerable with that person.
Oh no, it's definitely scary.
It's hard as hell.
So maybe that's my coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that's why I don't. Again, it's not that I don't agree with going, but like maybe it's because I ain't tapped into like that wanting to be vulnerable with somebody. Because I know how I get, bro. Like, we're all emotional people, whether you believe it or not. And I personally don't care to get in that space, because then I feel like I'll dwell there, right? And I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
So like you said, it's easier, and I'm the same way. It's easier just to bottle that shit for me, and then move on. You can recap it, right, and touch on all of that,
But I still feel like if you have somebody close to you that you trust, why not have that like even if you call the bros once a week and just like let me tell you that shit.
Best believe I do.
Yeah,
I do,
and that's
I do
the
have
same
those
thing, and it's those are the people you trust.
Yeah.
Those are the people that got your back. Like if 10 toes down, if some shit were to go wrong, they got you.
That's
you know.
You bugging if you don't think me and that nigga over there talk at least once a week.
I was gonna say.
You are bugging, like, So with that being said, Tyrese Halliburton, he expressed how, his mental health, and just overall, what I will say is being an NBA player at this point too. When you hit these parlays, when you make these parlays, oh yeah, Coy, we ain't asked what you put in on today. I know you put in on something.
You see me over here checking it right now. You know what y'all talking about? Checking my money right now.
We got green beans or what?
I got a couple. Shit, I gotta get the other two.
Yeah, we need the other couple to hit.
So
Booker about to sell me.
Boom. Niggas like this, but
you cool.
He kind of the world viewing him as just a prop. Something to get their money line, they bets, they money back, or whatever it is, however you want to look at it, go up a couple thousand, and then when you lose that money, hey bro, you lost me 1,000, and you putting all the blame on him.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
I've definitely been a victim of blaming NBA players, but it's not you guys, it's me. I'm a degenerate. I gamble too much. But I shouldn't have bet on your bum ass. Shouldn't have bet on your bum ass. That's what it is, bro. So that's why I take the blame.
But you see how you still gave you still disrespected, you still violated, you violated in your apology.
I'm crying.
Look, it's hard to tell them to stay off the social media. And,
Yeah.
It's hard to tell somebody to do that, right? Like, we're all going to do that at the end of the day.
I feel bad for them sometimes. Like, imagine they DMs.
But I feel like they knew that life though. They knew that lifestyle.
Not
like you knew you were about to be celebrity.
When we kids, bro, we didn't have this shit.
Yes, they did. They had gambling at the racetracks, at games. Like you would sit there, y'all would go like watch the game. They were betting there. We just don't remember because we were chilling.
Yeah, they couldn't see it back then.
Oh, you right.
You can get to somebody's phone.
Yeah.
This is at your fingertips.
Yeah.
When we was in college and high school, you couldn't bet on no fucking Kobe to score no fucking 30 points. You know how many of us would have been doing that shit and not with all that money? Trying to triple or double that shit. Like, oh yeah, I got it. So that's how I know these little kids is probably going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like, go get you a little account or something and start betting on that motherfucker. These little kids probably running their racks.
Oh, you should have seen. So I used to work with like high schoolers. This one boy used to come to me and be like, guess how much I bet today? Guess how much I bet today? Just making money in one weekend. He said he made $1,200. Just betting.
Just betting.
And I'm like,
you know how many people? Do you think we would have graduated if we could have did that again in high school?
Man.
Like what? If you could just go on your phone and just make a little bit of money right there,
and they all be doing it together, like just all sitting there.
Because when you're in high school, that's when you really got the time to sit right there and watch.
Because in college you can't do it,
Yeah, so.
That's the time to make all your money.
If we would have had that when we was in high school, man, I can only imagine how these players' mental will be. Imagine what they go and see right now. You thinking you making millions of dollars. You expecting a baddie to be in your DM by the end of the night. Hey,
you got an angry 18-year-old.
You got an angry 18-year-old. Kill yourself. Kill yourself.
You fucking bomb.
You lost my shoe, buddy.
And look, and back then we were ruthless too. Like this the old Xbox, Call of Duty chats. You was getting wicked shit on.
Bro, niggas is sending them videos and burning their jerseys.
Yeah.
Bro, crazy.
Bro, I went through some crazy scrutiny, bro. But can you imagine if they burned his jersey back then? Can you imagine if he would have sold them same people for $12,000 or something like that?
Man.
Imagine if he would have sold somebody for a $200 slip and it was their birthday weekend or something.
Oh,
sick.
And he could have won off his $200. He could have won $100,000. And LeBron sold him for 1 point. He would have did more than burn a LeBron jersey. I can tell you that.
All right, so boom, DraftKings and the NBA are looking at implementing live sports betting. So as the money line changes, you go and make your bets live on stream, whatever. Do you think players would start selling y'all more now? Because now they can see like what the money line is, and if you expected me to get 30, I'm at 25. I might just say fuck you.
Man, you gotta just depend shit. Now, the way I'm looking at it, bro, sports gambling is so big nowadays, bro. It didn't used to be this big, bro. This shit is big as fuck now, bro.
But I feel like they're getting paid either way. Why would they be mad?
Yeah, of course they not mad.
Yeah.
They getting millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's the fans. It's me.
No, I'm saying like if they were so what you're saying is like if they were to like throw the game or some shit.
Not throw the game. I don't say fuck up the money.
I think back in the day, like maybe like the 70s and the 80s where they weren't getting paid as much, they probably were doing shit like that, like point shaving and throwing the game to sports bet, because back then, you had bookies and shit like that where these motherfuckers go bet, so they probably was doing it like that back then to get paid a little bit more, because if you got a motherfucking mobster or something, you play for the New York Knicks, but you got a mobster come up to you, like, you got $1 million for you to miss this damn
game.
What you gonna do?
Clank the fuck out of this motherfucker. But nowadays, shit, $1 million ain't even getting you through the door with these NBA players. The injury reserve got $25 million on standby.
You feel me?
Shit, the NBA players make good chip.
And
so
then
you know how much money you gonna have to pay LeBron to throw a game? His Nike contract is a B. You gonna have to pay him $5 to get him to throw a game. Cause that's what he losing.
Yeah.
You have to pay him $5. How many motherfuckers you think got $5 billion to get LeBron for a sports bet?
And the NBA like the feds, bro. They gonna find out. Like them in
Just found out
MLB.
about Otani. Come on, bro. They just found out about
You wanna talk about it? Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. They just found out Otani's interpreter. His interpreter, not his accountant, not his, you know what I'm saying, not nobody else.
The nigga translating for him.
The dude who translates for him. They say he stole $4.5 million from Shohei Otani for illegal sports bet gambling in the state of California. And they fired him from the Dodgers. Not Shohei, but the interpreter. They fired him. So basically the story going around is that the interpreter was paid to take the fall. Basically, he's gonna take the fall. Like, yeah, I just stole the money. Basically, it's kind of what he's doing. But the MLB is doing a bigger investigation, and they got the feds involved now, where they're saying there's receipts sent from Shohei Otani's phone that say this came from Shohei Otani, and they had a message that said loan on it. So now it gets a little bit deeper than rap.
I feel like that's a hard case though, because anybody can get in your phone.
The interpreter.
4.5
Hell
million.
yeah.
I mean,
You
like
know.
he's like, hey, like, can you text this right now, or how do I work that he can help them or whatever.
This wasn't just one time 4.5 million.
Yeah.
This was over a span of time. So 4.5 million you giving out for a loan to your interpreter, and he only make 200, maybe 200 some K a year. When he gonna pay that loan back? You just gotta be mentioned. What the hell? When he gonna pay that loan back?
I'm telling you, like, you know.
Come on, man. You already know the deal. Shohei said, man, I just got a contract for $700 million for damn near 10 some years, the biggest contract in sports history. And you want to place a bet for over or under? You's a stupid. Stupid. 700 million. I'm trying to get the 700 million. Bet my little 10s and 20s. And you want to bet it. You got 700 fucking million. You ought to be a damn shame of your damn self. So yeah, he might get, they saying he might get suspended for the rest of the season. I doubt the MLB will do that because
He too big of a gate attraction.
his name. That's like suspending LeBron James for sports betting. You
Shit.
kind of got to sweep that under the rug the best you can. That's why
You see
ain't
what they
hearing
did
about
with
it on
Ja?
ESPN.
The first time.
He said the first time.
Yeah, they gonna make an example out of you.
You know.
They not suspending Otani though, bro. You know how much money this motherfucker bringing? It's only people that watch the MLB nowadays, only two watch him. So
Everybody else gonna take that fall.
man, he about to pay that little dude off, man. You talking about he about to what he about to get for sports betting in California? 10? I got 700 million, man.
You be like, you good?
Go, you about to go get 5 years, maybe.
If that.
Get off on 3. Serve the rest on probation, man. You go handle that. I'm gonna handle that. When you come out, man, you gonna have a 40 ball, 40 M's to the face. They can't say nothing about that. Just don't sports.
It was just a gift.
A gift. Here you go. Man, what is like that with rich friends?
No,
I'll take the shit out of that fall.
Real quick, yes, I did
what?
it.
For 50 million?
Sit
3
down
years
for 3.
or 5? Alright, we gotta negotiate the 5.
You probably go into like, but they probably go into like a Beverly Hills ass fucking jail where they're just like in a hotel or some shit.
My friend, my interpreter got, my boy that played in MLB got 700 million. I'm eating steaks in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You
I'm
good?
eating
You
steaks. My feet is kicked up. Don't bother me, man. I'll be out of here in no time, y'all.
Look, I'm in the warden office with my feet up.
I ain't buying
You know, I'm making my calls to my people today.
I'm chilling, bro. He got 700 of them things. What? But he's stupid as hell for getting caught with that. If they suspend him for a year, that's damn near 100 of it gone.
Shit, you got 6. You come on now.
Nah, you gonna miss that 100.
Yeah,
Are you though?
yeah. You gonna miss that?
Yeah.
Cause you get paid. Cause they get paid per
Since
game.
you got 700, you get mad when you gotta spend 100 for gas.
Nigga, I'm
You
trying
gotta
to
break
get.
it.
I'm trying to get 1. Come on now.
I'm trying to get one.
Oh
I'm
man.
like, man, bro.
I'm trying to touch 1.
I know he over there like, fuck, bro, my baseball career, man. All because I wanted to play some bat.
That is dumb. That's dumb.
I mean,
But you know,
yeah.
but he ain't the only one doing it.
Yeah, I was
Nah,
gonna
that's
say,
just
people go
he
to
just got caught.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Throughout the NFL, niggas was getting caught. What? Them boys on the Lions?
Who,
They was getting caught left and right.
Wasn't one of the Ridley?
That was stupid though.
Didn't one of the Ridley brothers get caught up doing? Yeah.
I think so.
It wasn't Calvin. What's the other Ridley brother?
I don't fucking know. I don't know Calvin.
I think he
Shit,
should.
The only one to know.
Yeah, bro, he sat out a whole year, maybe even 2.
That wasn't he was up in Detroit, no? Wasn't he one of them?
I thought it was like Atlanta. I could be wrong.
Oh, well, still.
Shit, you probably right. Nigga. My sports credibility is out of there.
Your shit shot after the last.
It's alright. I'm brush up on my. I just need to do a little polishing. That's all.
All right, we'll move on from some sports topics for right now. You know, save area on that struggle. I do want to talk about. We had it on the board for last week, but we didn't talk about what we like to call selective politics. Gunna's plea deal versus Lucci's plea deal. So I don't think they're the same. From what I heard, from what I watched, so what Gunna did was flat out wrong. My man went, yes ma'am. You feel me? Like straight like that, yes ma'am. What Lucci's deal was, he pleaded out. He ended up knocking off the RICO, knocking off the murder charge because the murder was a part of the RICO. And he pled guilty to association with gangs. So the difference between what he did and what Gunna did, Gunna flat out said, yes, YSL is that.
Yeah.
You feel me? He said, like, all right, you know what? You guys already know what the gangs are. Do I have my associations with them? Yes, I do. That's what he played out to. That's what makes Lucci's homecoming more welcoming. It wasn't no like, oh, he flat out just said, yes, YFN is a gang. Yes, we did this. Yes, we did that. You know, he played out to his personal affiliation with the people that they already had wrapped up as gang members. So I think that's the difference between.
You literally just said everything Gunna just did.
No, Gunna literally said them boys are a gang.
I just want you to break it down. I just want you to just slow
Yeah, I was confused. I don't know the situation,
So, no,
but he's confusing him.
What I'm saying is he played out to him saying.
If she don't know the situation, you have to break it down to her. So let's break it down to her on Gunna's side. Do you know Gunna's situation yet? No.
Yeah, like for some song he got put in jail because of murders or some shit like
So
that.
basically him and all.
But then
No,
he snitched or
YSL.
something.
That's basically what everybody's saying.
Okay.
That he snitched because he got on the stand and said YSL is a gang. They said, did you know of them committing such crimes? He said yes.
Oh.
They said, did you know this was a gang? He said yes. So they're saying he snitched, right?
Mm-hmm.
He never said, nobody specifically
I was gonna ask that.
did this. He wasn't like there was another guy in this case, the OG who started it with Young Thug, who's physically saying, they asked him, who do you see in this courtroom that's in the YSL? He started naming everybody and their mama.
Sure.
He just started naming.
You talking about bro that was acting stupid?
Yeah,
the one that was.
They asked him on the case. They said, who do you know?
No, he said no. He did not get out there and start naming. They said, do you see anybody in here who's a part of that original gang? Because allegedly that YSL comes from like some gang on their street, and he said, nah, in order to be from that gang, you have to be from my street. I don't see anybody in here from my street.
You need to go back and watch that video. He said.
I thought he was pointing, unless I'm wrong.
He was pointing at him.
He was
We might have to, we might have to go a little deep.
They said, who in this courtroom do you know that is a YSL gang? You probably seen the first one where he was acting stupid. Then they said,
Hey,
recess.
Come here.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Come play with us in this motherfucker.
Come here, sit
We're
down.
gonna send it at you. So he went back the next day probably and said, what I seen on the video, they said, who was in this building, who was in this courtroom with the YSL? He said, Quay, I remember because that's my name. He said, Quay, Jeffrey, some, he started naming the people. So, Gunna didn't do that.
Okay, see, I thought Gunna did that because
No,
I just saw
no.
that video.
Gunna didn't do
Oh,
that.
okay.
He didn't get on the stand and say nobody did this. He said,
Yeah.
they asked him, do you know that this is a gang? Are you affiliated with this gang? Do you know about such and such crime that involved this gang? He said, yes. They let him go. They let him walk out.
The difference is,
Wait. They let him go.
Okay.
YFN Lucci was in jail for a RICO and committing a murder and possession of a pistol. He takes the same. I'm not gonna say the same. He takes a deal where he says, where they drop the RICO, they drop the murder, they drop the murder. I'll say it one more time. They dropped a murder. Okay? As long as he admitted that he was acquainted with this gang,
Okay.
they let him go. Instead of him facing almost 30 years, he gets that 30 years sentence down to 1 year and a day.
Okay.
Gunna also almost got 1 year and a day. He just got out a little bit faster. In that case, who do you think is snitching? Or do you think it is both the same?
Damn, that's
Now,
hard.
Lucci never got on the stand and pointed out nobody knew them.
Yeah, I feel like the first guy is a snitch. Like, that one's gone.
You
You're
feel
just
like
talking.
he's a snitch?
Yeah, absolutely. So how are you gonna point out people?
No. Well, the first dude.
Well,
the
yeah, the very
Yeah,
first dude.
that's what I'm saying.
Now, Gunna, he didn't hop on the stand and point nobody, but everybody's calling Gunna a snitch because he said that YSL a gang. This guy, Lucci, also said, I know about this gang. I'm acquainted with this gang. And they let him off from a murder, a pistol, and a RICO case.
but let me say this about Lucci's case, because Lucci's been locked up for fucking ever. Like, Lucci's been locked up forever. And once I started to notice that this trial was dragging on like that, like they weren't giving him a date. So
what do you think they had on Gunna? Something?
they said something.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They didn't have nothing on them, right? On either one of them. The case was probably weak. But they knew that they were going to hold them until they found something. That's how the feds play.
What were the
that's how the people
charges?
play. Yeah.
But what did they give them? What did
They both got off with nothing.
Yeah, they,
right? But you saying that they got something on them, right? Like they know that they got
But the thing
information.
is,
What did they
if-
get from them other than admitting to the fact that yes, I'm affiliated, yes.
Because it's bigger than them. They want somebody that's bigger than
Yeah,
them.
but
they
they already
wanted
knew
Lucci.
that though.
they wanted Lucci. They just didn't have nothing for Lucci.
They want a man that's still in there who they're trying to bury. That's what's Jeffrey himself. They trying to bury that man.
They really are. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
So by Lucci saying, Now we have.
Because now you're saying you have a gang war.
So that's selective politicking. And you literally just said he did the same thing. He didn't get on the stand. He didn't point to nobody. He just said that this was a game. Or he was acquainted to this game. He just didn't have the cameras in front of him. He didn't have all that. But he literally took the same type of deal this guy took. They trying to code it all up and try to sweep it up under the rug and make it sound nice. But you just got off for a murder.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I don't think they
You
had
just need
anything
a murder.
for the murder.
But
They probably ain't have nothing. You probably got.
That's why you have to let that go. Like
but the thing is, it was still it was a murder charge, wasn't it?
How you get away with a murder? How you get off for a murder?
You have to say something.
That they saying you was involved in it. How you get a year for that? Without telling.
They ain't had no evidence on him.
So wait, so you're saying he said more?
I'm
That's
saying to get out the same way Gunna got out, he admitted to some things that they needed help with on another case.
Was Gunna charged for murder?
No. Thug is charged with.
Oh, kind of. Well, they threw the book in
They-
his ass.
They had thrown
yeah,
the book
he
at him.
gonna be there for a long time.
So Lucci, he's implemented in a murder. He also got a gun charge because they found a pistol on him in his house and stuff like that when they raided his house. They got all type of shit against him to hold him for a long time. Or they could not have nothing. But he gave them what they needed, which was information. Because he did not just beat the case and they just said, with our evidence is weak. They said, we are going to take his sentence from this time to this time in exchange for saying that you're acquainted to this game.
So how do you feel about Boosie going about like, well, nigga, what are you waiting for? Is that part of that selective politics still? All right.
That's exactly what I heard when I heard that. I swear to God. I swear to God on everything. When I looked at this, I said, did this nigga just co-sign snitching? I rewind the whole video back and made sure I heard what the fuck I heard.
You heard what you heard.
He co-signed it. What you mean? What you waiting on? So what you got all that to say about Gunna for? Why you ain't say what you waiting on? You knew what he was waiting on. He was waiting to get home just like Luke waiting to get home. They both was looking at 30-something years. And they both just got out with a year and a day while Thug's still in there.
So
Yeah, Lucci ain't say nothing. Lucci ain't cooperate against Thug.
right.
But he basically just admit YFN was a game. So who does that take down to YFN, who nobody knows about because the YFN case ain't as big as the YSL case? Who does that hurt in the YFN case?
Ultimately, yes, it hurts Thug the most, right? Because a lot of it is revolving around their beef. You know, behind Big Nuts Death, you know, YFN Lucci's like right hand, you know. So like, yeah, ultimately, yes, that probably actually does, because now that you said this is a game, now we got evidence of a gang war. So that's where it gets kind of tricky.
I don't know how the hell you could turn around. I mean, just with the justice system, right? Like, I get all this, but how you gonna take something from YFN and then
Because
turn around and throw
their
it
cases are
YSL?
intertwined.
Yeah.
So they got
timelines.
they got recordings of, you know, Thug talking. Like, y'all ain't get him yet? You know? Like, they got that of them talking about Lucci.
Right, but I'm saying, like, from the legal aspect, I didn't think that something that's going on in one trial can be used in the next trial. Like, I didn't even know that you could do shit like that.
They tried to get Lucci hit in jail. They tried to poke him up in jail.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's a part of the
I
RICO
saw
charge.
that.
They committed against him.
So any
that's
evidence
murders
you
on
can
top of
use,
murders
yeah.
on top of murders on top of murders that they giving Thug. Just murders on murders on murders. Saying he responsible for damn near a nice portion of the Atlanta team gone. So nigga, they nailing them. This is a gang. Yes, this is a gang. Hey, who's part of this gang? Him. Hey, are y'all beefing with them? Like, are you mad? Yeah. I'm like, everybody telling. I'm like, y'all can't see that. Like, if Gunna was telling, y'all need to have that same shit for him. Just because he stayed in there a little bit longer and stayed down a little bit longer, but he just admitted to the same thing he admitted to. And escape. Just waited a little bit longer.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even like Gunna's music to begin with. So like,
Gunna One, man.
pass, hard pass. Gets no play in this crib.
Drip season.
Gets passed on. Next.
I love that you love music though. His music choice.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Cause it's not good.
It's crazy.
Sorry.
I fuck with Gunna.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
not
love
good.
that.
Drip season was crazy.
Crazy. And I'm finna listen to it when I leave.
Good, cause don't play that shit in here.
I'm gonna play actually.
And
Once
the
we
YB,
cut this, I'm
I don't listen
playing.
to YB neither. It's crazy.
I don't listen to
I do listen to some of them.
So I like young YB, like early YB.
Like fresh, yeah.
Now, the nigga's voice just is annoying.
He just
I'll
be
be honest.
yelling too much.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear none of that.
Hey, that nigga honestly probably got the biggest discography, bro, that's out there.
So speaking of discographies, I seen an interesting topic, or an interesting take. Who do y'all think has the best discographies in hip hop?
History.
So the list I seen was, and this is not in order. You got Wayne,
That's what I was gonna say.
you got Hov, M. Who was the other two?
Aubrey.
Drake, yeah, you got Drake in there, and I think Travis.
That's political as hell.
I'm not putting Travis up there.
Travis got one hell of a discography.
He does, and I mean no discredit to him, but I'm not putting Travis up there.
Man, first of all, I discredit that whole list. You know, how dare you not put 50 Cent in the top 5?
For best discography, cause you got
Yeah, there's 2 albums that went diamond.
exactly. You got those 2 albums. You got
All the other artists do that is DMX.
what? But what other albums can you name?
Before I Self-Destruct, Get Rich or Die Trying, The Massacre.
I was done at the Massacre and before I self-destruct and get Rich or Die Trying. So 3.
Besides that, it's really just mixtapes. You got the Ghetto Quran and shit like that, but besides that, it's just all mixtape. If you really want to get technical, shit, what does Wayne got besides the Carter 1 and 3? The rest of that shit was mixtapes.
And all that
We
shit.
not finna violate the Carter 2, bro.
Oh, the 2. All right, the Carter series. You can say the whole Carter
We
series.
got the Carter series.
Okay, what else?
You got 500 Degrees.
Mixtape.
Yeah, you need to brush up on your knowledge, my boy.
500 Degrees not a mixtape?
No.
What's the album?
Okay. My boy, hey, I'm gonna shut the fuck
Bro,
up.
you putting 500 Degrees up when did 500 Degrees come out? Oh, 2.
But we're just talking about entire discographies, though. We're not just talking about, oh yeah, this run right here.
No, but I'm saying people love going back to 500 Degrees like it was just the hottest thing ever in the streets. But in 2003, the hottest thing ever in the streets was Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay, but I'm just, if we're naming discography, that's all I'm doing is going down the list of Wayne albums, and you'll be like, damn, that nigga, like, bro.
He got some shit. I'm not gonna lie, he got some shit, but most of that shit is somebody else's beat that was already a #1 song that he rapped over.
Okay, so who 5 best discographies? Go.
Give me 50. #1. I'm gonna go. Drizzy Drake. Gotta throw Drizzy Drake up in there. I can't put Hov on my shit like everybody else can. I ain't no Hov fan.
And that I know. That
Yeah,
I'll give you that
I
one.
can't put Hov on my shit, bro. That ain't really my.
Look, I can respect that. I thought you was gonna say it. I'm like, see, that's the political answer right there.
I can't put Hov on my shit.
But I don't even.
Oh, the guy, my fault. Future. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah.
So
So
Future-
that's who was on there. Future.
Yeah, Future.
Future was Super was on there.
Future,
Bro, in 1 year he gave you.
Fire Marshal Future, Andrew.
Come on, bro.
And you know he dropped on Friday. You know I don't like you, or not. We don't like you.
Yeah, him and
It's gonna
Metro.
drop.
Come on. So who was that? 50. Future. Who else her name?
Drake.
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 Alright, why you think on those?
I feel like this is political too, Kendrick. But you can go. I feel like that's so political, but I gotta get to the man.
Okay.
I gotta get to the
My question was gonna be, so when we talk discography, why is that not anything that you've ever put out? So mixtapes included.
So I think it is.
I don't really like when people love to use. You can use a mixtape if it's an original mixtape.
I don't like that's not what mixtapes work.
I don't like when people use Lil Wayne's mixtape, even though he's a good rapper, bro. He's I'm not hating on Lil Wayne. He's one of my favorites. People know this is one of my favorites. But him, he has made a career off fooling the industry, and I'm gonna tell you how. The songs that he made, which mixtape do you remember most? You remember the Drop Threes, the No Ceilings, all of those.
Yeah, Sorry for the Wait, all of them. But yeah,
what was the top songs on those?
They were somebody else's songs.
And not only were they somebody else's songs, they were the hottest songs at the time on the radio.
And he took it and made it his.
Made it his, right?
To the point where like I don't even want to listen to the original.
Exactly.
So you have to give him credit for that, because he came hard.
That's why I said he's the greatest rapper I've ever listened to. But does that make you a great musician when only one of your albums went crazy first week, and that's the Carter 3. Only one. Your mixtapes sold more than a lot of your albums because those songs that you remixed, they were already #1 hit songs. You just made a beat and rapped over it, and it sounded real good.
Yeah, same one. Fuck crazy.
Come on, bro. I'm just.
But that's genius, though.
No, it's genius. He made a living off that. Like, come on now. He made a living off robbing #1 songs and making it his. But people get mad.
That's not your song no more, bro.
Y'all don't remember when Jacquees got, or that girl, Ella got mad at Jacquees for that shit? It's like, damn, like the song mine, I'm trying to get my buzz off. Imagine what the Roe felt. He was a Dallas rapper trying to get his shot out, trying to get his rocks off. And then I got this motherfucker coming getting on my goddamn beat.
Take an ice cream patch.
Now I want no more.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It was gonna happen regardless.
Imagine.
Whether Wayne out on this shit or not.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I agree. It was gonna happen eventually. It just.
Come on, man.
I hate to say it, but one, Dallas was ahead of his time. Like with a lot of the shit we were doing. When Young Nation was out, when Doro was out, when, Thug Boss Nation, all of them guys, they were all ahead of their time. And matter of fact, people were coming down here and taking shit.
Yeah.
Arion, where did Dougie come from? But who do you know from the Dougie? Them boys out west. So right now, it definitely, unfortunately, probably would have happened eventually. We were just ahead.
Yeah.
Now, I think Dallas is in the best position it's ever been, music-wise. I think it's being led by a big extra shit show, and it's continuing to go crazy. You got Fobats going nuts. He just got that #1 with Drake. Yeah. Even though I wasn't a fan of it, but shit, of Drake's verse.
That's just a banger.
It is hard.
Drake, but I'm talking about the song in general.
Yeah, no, the song itself is hard, like we said last week. But that's what I mean. Dallas is probably in its best shape where we're finally not ahead of the game. So far ahead that
niggas finally caught up type shit.
Yeah.
I can see it.
So that's just how I feel, and then I just overall looking at the industry. Big Sean's on his way back.
Yeah. Hey, y'all gonna play that Big Sean? You fuck with Big Sean? Okay, my bad.
I fuck with Sean.
Chill.
I like him at a party, when we're out, but riding in my car, I wouldn't put him on.
I know Big Sean got a couple of bangers.
He got some bangers, and he's a real lyricist. He could really rap. I feel like that's what a lot of people Big Sean's underrated.
I don't think he's bad.
You gotta think back at this time. That was a crazy lineup that kind of came in. Big Sean, Nipsey Hussle, French Montana, Currency, Wiz Khalifa.
No.
That's probably one of the best XXLs right there, bro.
That's the best one ever.
I'm just saying, you just took me back when you said Big Sean. I'm like, damn, he is a spitter for real. Because I remember he came in spitting crazy.
And he still is. When he addressed that whole big, he addressed the big three discussions with Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. And he addressed him as an artist. He said maybe my problem is I'm not consistent. That's what my issue is. And then, or I don't have the energy to compete with enemies or y'all so-called bigger three. Oh yeah, I'm in that bag. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
I caught the cadence. But I respect Big Sean so much because he stayed within his own lane. He didn't try to, like, despite this is what his class is doing. Because like you said, his class is fucking major. Like everybody from top to bottom is major. But he still stayed in his lane. Same thing with Currency, but Currency is still major. By the way, I got Currency up there for one of them best discographies.
Gotta be.
I got Currency up there, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Mixtapes, albums, at all.
Hey, he gonna give you something every month. You can
And it's gonna be fire.
You can bank on it.
You know, but so I respect him for taking the route he did. You know, focusing on his energy, focusing on him, and his honesty within his music. Same thing with Crit came in that class.
He was in the same one?
They all came in. I'm pretty sure it was the same class all together.
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
So like, and then Crit is the same way, and that's why we go back. We call back to, well, what are we letting our kids listen to? You know, what are we playing when we in the whip? When my nieces and nephews get in the car, you know, what are they hearing? So, yeah, man, it's just, I think that big three discussion, yes, it's important. I think that, yes, they are the big three, that's undoubtedly, and they're in three different lanes. J. Cole has clearly proven himself to be the best rapper.
That's the one.
The best outright rapper.
That's the one.
Drake has proven himself to be the best outright star. Kendrick has been proven himself to be the best outright artist. Through and through. Even though, like, I'm not a big Kendrick fan at all. But the things that he does with his music is truly art. The storytelling. When you go back to, what's that joint? To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
You know, everybody loves that album. It's, you know, it's not my favorite. It's just not for me.
Right.
That's what I did realize. I think that's when I started realizing what music was for me and what's not. But yeah, like, I always thought Kendrick was fire, even when he was taking Wayne beats. You feel me?
Hey, no, he was on that type of time.
When he was dropping his mixtapes. So, you know, but without a doubt, I still believe Big Sean deserves to be held in a similar regard, at least as that fourth. You can't continue to leave him out. Same way, like when you got Drake and Cole saying they the number one and number two, and you leaving Kendrick out. Niggas gonna fire back. Kendrick's sitting quiet right now, and you see what he did when he dropped that Control verse.
No, it was hard.
It
was hard.
You know, so niggas are gonna fire back. Oh, y'all, this the big three. Oh, y'all number one and number two. You see, Sean he gave a little to you. He let you know he see you. You know.
He had to nudge him a little.
Yeah, he let you know, like, don't worry, my album on the way, and I'm finna.
Man, I'm still here.
Yeah, when Kendrick comes, Kendrick's gonna really move, nigga. Move your release dates.
Shit.
Push them back.
Hey, cause you said that, Kendrick gonna get a play out of me, man. Just cause you said that. Otherwise, I ain't even hold you. I probably ain't gonna listen to it.
Yeah, I'm not a big Kendrick fan either.
Yeah, like, I'm
See,
not.
I like Kendrick.
I give him like 2-3 good albums. People hate when I say that.
That's not.
My
I mean, that's not a lie.
I'm with
But
that though.
You said it's not a lie?
yeah, it's not a lie.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah.
the honesty. I feel like people with Kendrick is like Cowboys fans sometimes.
No,
I just don't
no.
expect the truth.
Some shit is like he said, it's just not shit I would listen to. Like, it's good, but it's like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's,
yeah. But I also don't really care for Drake.
Huh?
I'm not, unless we're at like a party or something, like how I feel about Big Sean, we at a party, like it may be 2 or 3 songs I listen to in a car, but like, I'm more of like a Kendrick, J. Cole, like Larry June kind of person.
Before you set yourself up and respond. Cause I whatever you respond with, I gotta ride with you, right?
Yeah, come on, man.
We here. I just want you to know this, whatever we say about Drake, they gonna consider we dick riding.
No.
That's gonna happen.
Hey, them light skinned niggas, man.
I'm riding with us.
Come
I
on.
got to.
Nothing's wrong. J. Cole like skin.
Oh yeah, and I'm riding with him.
This
Hey,
But Drake
he's
is.
not in my top 5 though.
Who, Cole?
No, Cole's not in my top
Cole is definitely top 5.
5.
No.
Like now
I
today,
mean,
top 5.
Yes.
You're not saying
Yeah.
all time top 5.
he's going. Ooh, I seen DDG speaking of top 5 say sexy red is top 5 females of all time.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Boy,
I
smoking
feel like-
angel dust.
Yeah.
No.
She not even in the top 5 in right now. If you guys, she's the hottest. Yes.
Yeah.
Nah,
I feel
you think
like
so?
She's the hottest one out right now.
She's for sure.
She's for shit show the
Hey,
hottest.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was playing that Get It Sexy earlier.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've
see what I
never
mean, people?
listened to her. I've never listened to her. Then what's on the radio, what's out, like. But at the same time, I only like certain female rappers. Like certain, I can't do the. I need like a real bitch to be rapping in my ear, and that's what I be talking to him about. Some shit I be sending him, and he's like, all I hear is about throwing pussy and all this shit, and it's like, yeah.
That's, I mean, but again, I just go back to like that's what's selling, that's what they pushing. They
But that don't mean that they good. It just cause that okay, so let's go back to Drake, right? So just because he's selling, he's popular, he's mainstream, he's mainstream. Why is he why is he up there with J. Cole and Kendrick? Just a question. If we talk about popular,
Like,
So-
up there, you don't feel like
He can rap. He can rap when he wants to.
exactly when he wants to.
And in order for him
So
to
does
truly
Kendrick.
be, no, but for him to truly be on Kendrick and Cole's level, we need a full on like, shit, nigga, show me something.
Yes.
Album. You know what I mean?
Not just like you.
But
some
that's
of his
not
own-
him. That's not him.
I agree,
I'm sorry.
but I'm just
okay,
saying
that's
we
a
just
good
need one
point.
more.
I just want to show you how crazy this sounds, right? If my name is LeBron James and I'm 6'8", I can dunk and I can shoot the ball. Michael Jordan, let's just say hypothetically, Michael Jordan can only dunk. For me, but Michael Jordan is the greatest, but he can only dunk, right? Or no, I'll put it better for you. I'm Steph Curry. I can only shoot threes. I can't dunk. I'm not as athletic as you. I can't, you know what I'm
Are we
saying?
comparing him to LeBron?
No, I'm just comparing. You're saying he can't be on these guys' level because he doesn't have a full rap album where he's just rapping and not singing and not giving you that part of his talent.
But if I feel like if we're speaking like, I don't know a lot of NBA players. I do watch it here and there, but like if we speak in that, I feel like LeBron James is good, just like Drake, but he's not a Jordan. Like nobody's like scared of him in the league. I saw that the other day, and I started researching like.
The nigga's
do
39.
people- But like even
You can
at
slow
his
him down
prime,
now.
at his prime, like where people like, damn, LeBron's about to hit the court versus
Yes.
Michael Jordan's
absolutely.
about to hit
Yes.
the court. I didn't see nothing when I went through Twitter, I went through Instagram. This is just based off what I just seen. I didn't see anybody more terrified or like nervous to play him. They're like, that nigga good, but we can still get like we can guard him or some shit, or we know we can. I think one time it was double guarded or some shit I was reading, but like once again I don't know all of it. So that's
I
how
feel like that's a bunch of bullshit when they say they don't fear LeBron.
Yeah, like
I
that's
feel
full
like
of
that's
shit,
the
bro.
biggest bullshit. I put it like this, right?
Mhm.
A lion is scary, right? When you look at him, you like, oh shit, I could be scared of this lion.
Mhm.
But you could look at a little tiny venomous spider and you could be like, oh, I'm not scared of this. I'll just step on it. Let that venomous spider crawl on you.
Well, I'm scared of spiders, so I think that would be better. I'm running toward the lion before I
LeBron has
run.
went to the NBA championship
Well,
10 years in a row. He may have not won them all, but just
Okay,
know that he has.
consistency,
There's
okay.
only two sides of the NBA, East and West. And he had a whole coast locked up. Nobody else was going but him
okay.
for 10 years straight. So he may have not won them all like Jordan, but Jordan only went to 6. He went to 10.
And won half them hoes.
So what you're saying is like
Niggas
because
is lying.
Drake
It don't matter
is
if you fear him.
consistent.
It don't matter if you fear him or not, basically. But I'm saying, basically, what I'm saying is Drake has more talents than just rapping. Drake can rap on the same level as a Kendrick and a Cole, but he can also sing too.
So isn't that a whole artist? That's not like the
Exactly.
best rapper,
I
but
feel
weren't they
like Drake
comparing
is-
Yeah,
rappers?
I'll give that.
I feel
yeah.
like he could be.
You
most
see what I'm
complete
saying? Weren't
artist.
they talking
He's
about?
he's
or was
the
that
more
just
star.
Not really, because would you consider 50 Cent a rapper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then what is girl? You seem to love me now. Would you love me?
How many
now?
albums
Nate
did
Dogg?
he sing like that though
Nate
compared to
Dogg?
Drake? I don't.
Nate Dogg?
When you consider him a rapper, or would you consider him an artist?
Nate
An
Dogg?
artist.
No, I'm saying like when you're singing girl.
That was 50.
No. 50 singing in that too. 50 singing in it.
I'm gonna have to go revisit.
What part is 50 singing? I can't remember.
Or was it 21 Questions?
He's
Nate
also
Dogg?
singing in
that's
21
it.
Questions.
That's 21
Okay.
questions. That's
Yeah,
what-
so yeah.
Yeah, 50 Cent singing in that.
Mhm.
50 Cent sung in a couple of songs.
He's not no singer though.
Exactly. You just looking at him because he's dark skinned, big ass muscles.
No, but
and he's
he
a little
only
gangster.
had like a
You looking at Drake like,
handful.
oh, you're light skinned, you got curly hair, you
No,
seem like you heard the
Drake
fly.
be
No.
singing in like every other album, every album.
That's his
My thing
talent.
is, I don't mind him
But that's why
singing,
he's an
right?
artist.
But like my complaint was with the Day That Hate remix. Nigga, you whined forever. You whined forever. That's my thing. You could have cut it off at that midpoint where I said, and niggas would have been like, oh no, that hoe was smooth.
But
Put it like this. I'll look at it like this. Would you consider Lauryn Hill a singer, or would you consider her a rapper?
she's just a complete artist.
She's
An
both.
artist.
But if you listen to her rap, you'd be like, damn, she can.
Yeah, she
Really
got
rap,
bars.
yeah.
She rap by
Same
that
shit with Drake. That's a hybrid. You ain't gonna get mad because the weed indica and sativa, is you? You just gonna smoke the shit.
If that shit
was
put,
good ass weed.
if that shit ruin my day, yo, if I'm right here in this corner slump, I'm gonna piss when I wake up. But best believe I'm probably gonna light another one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like he's a hybrid, bro. He can rap just as good as them, bro. It's not like
I don't
You're like,
really
oh,
just as good, but he can rap.
come on,
I-
bro. Like we gotta be.
We didn't say he was a bad rapper though.
Nigga is not
We
rapping
just-
with Cole. Like for real, for real?
For real, probably not. But I mean, it's Drake. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, as an artist, okay, that conversation has to be had between Drake and Kendrick alone, as a complete artist, right? Because granted, Kendrick can't sing, but look at what he does with his music. That's art. When you look at To Pimp a Butterfly, when you look at the Throwaways, the Untitled album, what he did there is art.
That's like 2 or 3 to Drake's like 5, 7, 10.
Mm-hmm.
This is what
Well,
I'm saying, bro. There's
then
no comparison.
that's where you say, okay, Drake is the better artist. But at the end of the day,
Drake is the best. Period. Pause. I'm just gonna say so much pause because it sounded crazy, but bro, he sold more records than Michael Jackson, bro.
But Michael Jackson was an artist, was he not?
Hey, when you type in Drake, it don't say artist. It says hip hop. Our music says hip hop.
Shit,
So
so
regardless
we
of
know
whatever artist
he's
you
a
want to
pop
put him
star.
yeah, I
at,
was about to say it might even say pop.
yeah, we
Yeah.
know he's really pop.
even if it's pop. even
What
if
I mean, he
it's
took
hip
both. He took both
hop,
genres.
he took both and made it his goddamn own and took it the fuck over. I just feel like I feel like just it goes back to the basketball conversation, bro. People keep saying Steph Curry is the best point guard ever. He's the best point guard ever. Draymond said, y'all need to stop saying that because that's disrespect. And they said, why is that disrespect? We're saying he's the best point guard. He said, well, he's one of the best players ever.
Yeah.
You gotta stop saying he's the best point guard because that's knocking down his accomplishments. He got just as many rings as LeBron. Every time LeBron went to the finals and he had a hardship besides the first 2,
It was
it's
against
been against him. He's been that little light skinned kid you talking about. Small frame. He doesn't have the big muscles. He doesn't have all of that. He's just a small little frame, light skinned kid that'll shoot that motherfucker from the lights out. And that's why he's so inspirational, and that's why he's that guy when he steps on the floor. So you gotta stop just saying he's one of the best point guards ever. No, he's one of the best players because him and LeBron has the same amount of rings right now, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if he gets one more,
but they
if he gets
It
one more, he's
depends.
not out of one of them. Let's just say Steph Curry gets one more ring. That means he has the same amount of rings as Kobe. Then are we having the same conversation? Who's the best? Mike, LeBron, Kobe, or are we gonna start throwing Steph in there? Because what else does this man have to do? The way basketball is played nowadays
It's
it's because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What more do we have to say? So that's why when I compare Steph Curry to Drake, or Drake to Steph Curry, this is what I mean. You cannot just knock him down because he has two talents. He maybe can't dunk like them. He maybe ain't got the crazy bars like them and can wow you like them, and he ain't got the crazy punchlines, or he ain't got the motherfucking the Dear Mamas. He ain't got the songs that make you feel like that.
Like
Hell no.
he got.
Mama.
Look what you done, or that's what it was. Look what you done when he's talking about. He got. See, that's what I mean. Y'all don't give me enough credit for actually listening to music and liking and actually liking shit. Take Care is fine.
I was about to say we still listen.
Like
to
y'all don't give enough credit. Y'all take us as we're straight haters.
No,
we're listening truly.
Anything saying than less than he is probably the best artist, hip hop artist that we have seen in our lifetime is really like a.
You feel like it's a slight.
Yeah, bro, because he's had the longest run and he's been on top for the longest.
We was kids when he was kids.
I agree,
bro. Like,
I agree.
We gotta
He
give
has
that
had
his
the
credit,
longest
bro. He had the longest run and he hasn't had a run of like.
He's still going.
Oh, he's not. Oh, that Drake shit went hot this year or not.
So then we gotta look at Drake like LeBron.
I mean,
As
don't get me wrong. What
Now you gotta look at him like a Steph because LeBron came in with all types of criticism on his name. Well, so did Steph. He was hurt. He had like he's gonna be too small. He's not this. Drake kind of did too. Like you sing too much. We don't like that shit. But hey, that singing too much just got me 10 plus years on top of the rap game. Not just in it, on top. I'm next to the likes of Eminem and these type of guys who's been on top running the game. So don't just put me in the category with these two rappers who's just been here.
Because those albums that you're talking about, or tapes or whatever y'all want to label them as, those was the ones that wasn't for us. They was for that other genre that put his face on pop music. You know, so, because I hated those albums. I won't play them, right? But again, that music's not for me.
Yeah,
but you got to appreciate it, right? Because he reached out to a whole different target audience. And they fucking with that. They was playing it. I can't say that they still playing it, but
I'm just saying
it had the impact.
You just gotta get that man his flowers. We gotta stop saying he the best point guard and just say he the best ever. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm still not buying into he the best ever. So
we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, we gonna have to. I'm not buying into
music is preferential. Music is preferential, but I'm just speaking from a trophy standpoint. We talking about trophies. Drake has the trophies.
I kind of agree on that.
Yeah, Drake.
Hearing them out, you know, it's.
No, I'll give you the trophy talk.
Yeah, he has the trophies as well.
Yeah.
All
I'll give you the trophy talk.
That's all.
But before we head out, I'm gonna go ahead and Quay, I got a flip from Hov. I think Nas is better overall. Like, I mean, granted, there's really not been an argument.
Cause I feel like that's a good point.
I got to flip, especially with the run he's been on lately. With Hit Boy, like that whole King's Disease, Magic.
Nas always been hard.
Yeah, no, but and that's what I mean. Like he got two separate runs. Like where eventually, like, all right, yeah, I can pick like out of both discographies, Hov and Nas, I'm gonna pick and choose which albums I want to hear. But I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Nas's later run has been much better than Hov's run.
What's Hov's later album? 444.
Yes.
And that was 5 years ago.
And I get it, you know, proving he's moving on to different endeavors, doing this and that. But when I actually look hard at it and just in like out of their runs, separate at their entire careers, I think I officially got to flip to Nas. And everybody, because now I'm at the point where I only listen to like one Jay-Z album. In My Lifetime, Volume 1. That's all I'm gonna listen to from Jay-Z. I'm not going to the Black Album. I might go to the Blueprint. I might check out Reasonable Doubt. But then when I start to get past the Black Album, when you get into the American Gangsters, like yeah, there's some hits on there. There's some quality shit on there.
The album.
Jay-Z doesn't have a Illmatic.
You said what?
Jay-Z doesn't have a Illmatic.
Jay-Z has a Reasonable Doubt.
Not better.
Nigga, what?
It's not better than Illmatic.
Like Jay-Z has a Reasonable Doubt. The Evils, 22 Twos. Oh, come on.
Put that over Illmatic.
We gonna talk about this on our next episode.
Yeah.
To be continued. We've already.
Come on,
you go.
let's get it together. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas, and we can end it off on that.
No, we gonna get back to it.
Jesus.
Anyways, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, show some love. We truly appreciate y'all for tuning in and fucking with us. And I'll let everybody do their own outros today. So,
No,
start.
you covered. Like, subscribe, go follow, repost this shit. Yeah, we going global.
We going global.
We
You
going
feel me?
global.
Yeah. So.
Chelsea, thank you for coming.
Yes, Chelsea. Thank you for being here.
Thank y'all for having
Welcome
me.
back.
Even though my opinion may not have been liked, the Drake situation, but it's okay. I appreciate y'all.
For sure, really appreciate you. Q Money to Don, man. We're gonna be back at it with y'all next week, man.
Hey, this is Lou. We out, man.
We gonna work on it. I'm playing, bro.
That's crazy.
You not gonna go, Chelsea?
I thought I just did. I'm going. Oh hell.
Oh, you went?
Yeah.
What you say?
It's your turn. She said she started it off.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear that. Anyways, and I, of course, am your host, the real ZB, the one and only. And this has been Smoking Partners, brought to you by Club 3301, where it's always invite only. And we'll see you next week.
Take it easy.
Peace out. Be safe.